Hey guys, my name is Jackie. Today we're going to talk about 13 different ways that my family has used to cut out over $1,000 from our monthly budget. Let's get into it. We have a family of 5 and we've been on this journey for a while, a journey in which we're cutting our expenses and growing our income. So if you're just starting out, I hope this is a good resource for you and I hope this is helpful. If you are well within your budgeting and fine tuning, I hope you can find some creative new ways, and maybe you have some interesting ways that I did not include and you can drop down in the comments. When we first started this journey, not only were we trying to cut our expenses, but I also uncovered and went down the rabbit hole of minimalism. We are a family of 5. So with that, we actually started this journey when we were a family of 4. But whenever you have kids in the household, just chaos and clutter can ensue. So not only was I just trying to streamline our finances, but I was trying to streamline our household and make things smoother and more efficient and just more peaceful. So I think there's a lot of correlation between your finances and your household as far as like your physical items. And that's what we've kind of uncovered over the years. So I will say, number 1 was really decluttering and uncovering minimalism. And don't let that scare you, because this isn't the kind of minimalism that you might think of where it's like all white walls and like, I don't know, one piece of furniture, right? Because minimalism with a family is going to be very, very different. So this is just our version of what minimalism might be. If you came to my house, you would not think like, oh, you're a minimalist at all. And over the years, it's definitely ebbed and flowed, right? Right now, we're probably in a season where we have a little bit more than other points in our life. So that being said, a little bit of a disclaimer there. But the number one way that we were able to cut down our budget was by streamlining our body care products. So one of the first things I did when I was decluttering was I tackled the bathroom. I think that's such a great tip because the bathroom is not an emotional place to start. It's pretty easy to kind of go through and just tackle a project, right? And after you tackle that project, you just feel so accomplished and relieved, and it just feels so good. And even maybe a little spa-like going into your like newly refreshed bathroom. So I opened up our cabinets, I opened up our linen closet, and I just pulled everything out. For us, we had so much excess. We had half-used conditioner bottles, half-used shampoo bottles. We had so many lotions and creams and different things that we weren't using. But yet, every month, we would go to the supermarket and buy more of whatever body wash or shampoo we were using at the time without even realizing that we had so much excess already in our house. So not only did we clear out what we weren't using, we consolidated. If I had half a bottle of shampoo that I didn't love, I just mixed it with another shampoo that was down there as well. Any small travel sizes, whatever it was, kind of stuck it all in one bottle and just used it up. So going along with tip number 1, using up the products we already had. Okay. Once we got through that process, then I was able to identify the things that I enjoyed using. And I didn't buy extra. If I knew that I liked a certain body wash or a certain shampoo or a certain conditioner, we would use up everything that we had in the house. And then when it was time to rebuy, I would just buy the ones that we liked. We didn't try new products, new fads, new trends. The next step for me was going through my cosmetics. Skincare, moisturizers, makeup products. I had accumulated so much makeup over the years. Different foundations, different concealers, different shades, different colors, different lipsticks, different eyeshadows. And as you can see, my skincare routine right now is very simple. I'm a mom of 3 and I just don't prioritize doing a full face of makeup anymore. So there's no need for me to have an overabundance of products. And realistically, the shelf life on these products isn't as long as we think it is. So I went through my cosmetic bag. I purged through whatever things that were sitting there for years and I wasn't using them. And then I was really able to hone in on the products that I did love, the ones that worked well for my skin, the ones that gave me the results that I liked, and also just made my life easier. I have like one face cream that I use morning and night. I have one SPF that I use. I have one brow product. I have one foundation. I have one shade of lipstick right now that I use in the winter. I have a summer shade, and I just keep it very, very simple. So I'm not buying an overabundance of makeup. I'm not trying new things. For me, I just really enjoy narrowing down something that's working for me, and if I like it, it's good enough. I don't have to be searching for the next miracle product. So I've heard this on YouTube before, that there is no such thing as a miracle product. The magic isn't in the potion, it's in the motion. A habit of using something regularly, and whether that's SPF or a retinol or a moisturizer, just getting in the habit of using it religiously, that's where you're gonna see most likely most of your benefits, right? It's not because, oh, this other influencer told you that this is the next best thing. Way number 2 that we cut our monthly expenses was spa services or salon services. This might seem obvious to some, this might seem extreme to others, but I stopped going to the salon. I stopped going to the nail salon. I stopped going to the hair salon. When I was first married, I used to color my hair all the time. I've done light hair, I've done red hair, I've done highlights, I've done lowlights. And just at one point, I was spending so much money on getting my hair done, and I just didn't see the value in it as much anymore. It was almost more of a inconvenience having to schedule a salon time and travel to my preferred stylist, which I had moved away from, and I was spending so much money. Along with that is nails, right? Manicures, acrylics, gel, pedicures. I love to get a pedicure. I will try to treat myself, in the summertime, maybe once or twice a year. But for the most part, I can do my own nails at home if I really want to. And I just also embrace a more natural look. I don't mind having just plain nails. So for us, that's been a money saving tip. Number 3 is spending money on clothing and shoes. When I started this journey, I had a huge walk-in closet, and I had so many clothes, and a lot of you can relate to this feeling. You open your closet, it's busting with clothing and shoes, and you feel like you have nothing to wear. It's so easy to just hop online and order a new outfit for a new occasion. I cut that out. I started gamifying it and challenging myself to look at the closet that I had and shop my own closet. One of the things that made this so much easier was actually decluttering my closet. It might seem counterintuitive, but by pulling out the clothes that were no longer serving me, maybe they didn't fit, maybe it was just a trendy moment of weakness that I was kind of over, I just cleared all that out and I only kept the pieces that I loved. This is like one of the rules that I live by. If it isn't a heck yes, then it's a no. So if I put something on and I'm like, oh, I love this, everything fits nice, it's comfortable, it fits my body the way it is now, then yes. If there's any little thing that I would want to alter or change, then it's a no. Because I know myself well enough to know that if I have to take it to a tailor, if I have to hem it, if I have to lose 5 pounds, those things are never going to happen. The item will just sit there and it'll be a waste. It'll be a waste of my money, it'll be a waste of my space, and it'll be a waste to someone else could have used that product. So if it's not a heck yes, then it's a no. Same thing with shoes. Shoes in particular, I am so picky now with my shoes. Now that I'm in my late 30s, I will not buy just really cute, fashionable shoes if they are not comfortable. If I cannot wear them all day, wear them to work, walk around in them, be comfortable in them, I am not gonna waste my money on shoes. If you guys want my minimalist closet tour, let me know in the comments below and I can work on getting that out to you guys. Not only did I streamline my closet, but step number 4 is not buying kids' clothes. This may be controversial and it might sound extreme or crazy, but we really stopped buying kids clothes. It is so tempting to just see this really cute outfit and want to grab it. There was a time where I was like very wrapped up in this trend of like going on private Facebook pages and buying custom clothing from these moms who would sell these like adorable outfits, and they would do these limited time drops with these like super like beautiful little prints. And I just got really wrapped up in that world, and I was justifying it because I was saying, oh, I'm supporting small business, I'm supporting another mom. And I was, and I still value that, but I was buying not out of necessity, just because, right? Out of like almost fear of missing out, because, oh, it's limited. Oh, it's a limited time drop. So I cut that out. I do not buy clothes just on impulse or whim, or because it's cute, or because it's on sale. And I have also streamlined my children's wardrobe. So again, it might seem counterintuitive. Okay, you're saying you need to buy clothes, but then you're saying you're getting rid of them. Well, if we just have an overabundance of clothes busting out of every drawer, busting out of every closet, for me, I felt like I didn't even know what we had. So instead, I went through each of their closets, went through each of their drawers, sorted through what was in good condition, what did we need to purge, and then kind of saw where the holes were in their wardrobe. Did they need more jeans? Did they need more dresses? Did they need another pair of leggings? And just buying intentionally with that in mind. Another thing that we did to streamline their wardrobe, especially when they were younger, was we kept the color palette very minimal. So as a mom of 3, I like to have neutral bottoms. That worked well for our family. A neutral bottom that could go with any top, especially in the beginning. We did black leggings across the board. So our color palette at that time was like olive greens, it was pinks, it was creams, it was tans, it was coral colors. And it worked really well for us. Any bottom could go with any top. They all looked put together. We as a family, we all looked nice. If we were going to an occasion, if we were just going for an outing, if we were just gonna like randomly take family pictures, it was very cohesive. And it also made it really easy for me to shop, because I didn't just grab a random yellow polka dot top and not have like a bottom to go with it. Or that might not be a great example, but we just tried to keep it very simple. And it's evolved over the years, and the colors have changed over the years. And now that my daughters are older and they have more of a say as to what they want, there's definitely more of a infusion of color there, and they have more ownership over what they wear. But for the most part, just keeping it simple has served us well. Tip number 5 for ways to save in our monthly budget was cutting out the impulse shopping. We had to pause. Was this item something that we wanted or something that we needed? And if we needed it, did we already have something that would serve the same purpose? So it's really about the pause. Analyzing, is this something that is just a click away and it's just easy and convenient, or is this something that we actually need in our household? And when you're trying to streamline things in your house and get rid of a lot of things, I think it switches your mindset, because everything that you have in your house at one point was money. So was it worth it? If you're selling it now or getting rid of it for free, and maybe you're losing money on it, or you're just selling it and it's pretty new, but you're selling it at an 80% discount, was it worth the initial purchase? And just reframing that mindset to say, like, is this something I'm gonna have for years and really get my money's worth out of? Or is it something that I might use once or twice and then it's gonna end up in a donation pile? Way number 6 was lawn care services. At one point, we were paying a company to come and do our lawn care. It was a convenience. And when we were trying to cut back and save some money, that was one of the first things that went. Number 7 is streaming services. Of course, we cut the cord a long time ago. I'm sure most of you have, But those streaming services are so sneaky. It's so easy to just add on $10 here, $10 there, and then you can have 5 different streaming services when you're realistically maybe only using one at a time anyway. With kids, I know it can be even harder because of the different programs that they want to watch, if it's Disney Plus or anything else. But when we were really wanting to tighten the budget, we did have to just make that uncomfortable move of cutting out the streaming services. And honestly, once we did, we didn't even notice much of a difference. We kept the one that we were most interested at the time. And then, yeah, maybe the kids would ask like, oh, what about this? And we would just tell them like, hey, right now we're not gonna watch that, but you can choose from one of these other options instead. There's so many ways that you can make this work for your family. I think YouTube is a great option. Like, you may not need any streaming services. If you're really trying to tighten that budget, you can cut out streaming services. You get your entertainment from YouTube, and honestly, you'll get so much time back too. You'll be able to be more productive and get the things off of your list that you really want to accomplish. If I was living on my own, I would probably get rid of the TV altogether, like actually remove it from the walls. I proposed this to my husband a while back. I was like, hey, why don't we try to just remove the TV, and the kids won't be like little TV zombies, and we don't have to tell them, no TV till this time. Like, we just remove the temptation altogether. And he thought I was crazy. So we still have the TV right now. But cutting out some of the subscriptions, it has helped. Number 8, reoccurring bills. So I cannot stand monthly bills. I am working so hard just to reduce the amount of monthly bills that we have coming out every single month. Obviously, there are some things that you can't change, and if you can call and get things cheaper, then great. But one of the things that has worked for us is switching to just like a one-time payment. Anything that can be paid out like once in the beginning of the year or one time annually, usually it's going to be a little less expensive, and you can just budget for that one-time expense versus it coming out every single month and just eating into your monthly income every single month. One of the ways that we were able to do this, and we saw the biggest savings, was with our cell phone. We switched from T-Mobile to Mint. And I proposed this to my husband, and he was very reluctant at first. I will start off by saying that we did pay off our phones. We did not have a monthly fee to finance our phones. So if you do, you may need to pay off your phones first before you're able to switch. I'm not 100% sure. We did make the switch, and I'm so glad we did. We have saved so much on our monthly phone bill. We went from over $200 a month for phone and internet and all the things. And now we pay $15 a month, but we pay it on an annual basis. So we pay it one time for the year, and I don't have to think about it again. So it's worked really well for us. The service has been good. I really don't have much complaining, and I cannot imagine going back and paying so much more for the same service. Number 10, it's kind of obvious, but it's a big one. Eating out. We cut out eating out. The only times that we would really eat out is if we were celebrating with family for an occasion or we had something planned, but no spontaneous eating out. If we were just like, oh, we're hungry, let's stop somewhere. No, we really cut that out. It's mostly like, okay, we'll be home soon and we'll make some food. We make most of our meals. And especially lately, the cost of eating out is so expensive. Even if we wanted to go to Chick-fil-A as a family of 5, we're spending over $50 easily. So the cost of that versus the trade-off, I don't see the value in it. And we've learned to cook really great meals. I love to cook. My husband really enjoys cooking, and he's a great cook. And between the two of us, we meal prep, we plan, we always have food in the fridge. And it's just been a very, very significant cost savings for us. Rolling right into number 9, it's the grocery budget. Groceries can kill your monthly budget because we need food, right? We need to eat. But do we need to shop at a premium grocery store? Do we need to do things the same way just because we've always done it that way? If we rethink the grocery budget and just push ourselves to be a little bit more creative, you can see huge cost savings. As a family of 5, we budget between $800 to $900 a month for our groceries. We eat very clean. We prioritize good proteins. We prioritize healthy ingredients. We love to get organic when possible. We utilize Costco to buy the things that we need in bulk, but our go-to is also Aldi. If you have an Aldi near you and you haven't tried it yet, try Aldi. It's going to be a unique experience if you've never shopped there before. You're not going to find the traditional things that you would normally find at your traditional grocery store. They're mostly Aldi branded foods, but for all of your condiments, for your basics, for your milks and all of that, you're gonna see such a huge cost savings. It is totally worth it. Once you give it a shot, I think you might like it. And your budget definitely will too. Number 12, our coffees out. I loved Starbucks. I used to go to Starbucks every single day. And when I was working outside the home, before we had kids, I would go to Starbucks multiple times a day. But when we started streamlining our budget and saving money, I cut it out. And now as a family of 5, one Starbucks run is, again, $30 easily, because I can get one medium latte. My husband might get a cold brew, but then the kids want cake pops and they want a snack, and then they might want like a chocolate milk. And I feel like it's not fair for me to get my coffee and indulge in my little sweet tooth and then not allow them to do the same. So we really cut it back. I can make coffee at home so much better, so much healthier, and so much cheaper. Tip number 13, we do not spend money on trends. I do not own a Stanley. We do not buy fancy cups or water bottles. I have one travel coffee cup that I've had for like 3 years now. My husband has one travel coffee cup. I have one water bottle, and I brought it out for you guys to see. It is not fancy. It is dented up and it's showing wear. The paint is coming off and it's not super cute, but it does the job that I need it to do, and it's still functioning very well for me. So I do not need to have a whole cabinet full of water bottles. My husband also has his one large water bottle that he brings with him every single day to the gym, out and about, and that's all we have. My kids each have a water bottle. Of course, little kids, they always break water bottles or lose them. So we will replace them as needed, but we do not have a cabinet full of water bottles or coffee cups. And that's just one example, right? We're not buying Labubus or any of the other big trends. I also feel like in our 30s, we're just really defining our personal style, our values, what matters to us, and that's where we're allocating our money. If you love a trend, go for it. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing it. I'm just saying that these are things that's worked for us. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any things that you were able to cut out of your budget, drop them below. If there are some things that you would never cut out of your budget and you were like, absolutely not, I am going to keep that in no matter what, share, let us know. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.